Alright, what's up guys? So I did change the water pump, thermostat, the little gauge sensor thing, but as soon as I turn it on, 2-3 seconds later, I mean it really just jumps to the hot. I did my own little wiring to the sensor, so I might have, I don't know what that sensor reads off of, but I added a piece of wire to the existing wiring harness, so I might have added resistance to it, and if it's those types that read the resistance, whatever, then that could be it, or whatever. But I've actually been driving it like that. With it says it's hot, it's overheating, but I mean I checked the up in the hood. I mean everything seems normal. There's no coolant boiling. There's no nothing. It seems normal. So I'm just gonna get a like an external gauge, digital gauge or mechanical or whatever. I'll see what I can find. But now that that's over with, and I can actually drive it now, even in the rain, which I have been driving it, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my project that I started right after I finished, stop making videos. Basically, if you have seen the previous videos, like the 300ZX videos, I was changing the turbo seals. Well, the turbos, the seals were busted on driver's side, I think, the passenger side, and I bought turbos. I bought some used turbos that had blown seals, so I bought another set of used turbos, blown seals, when the rebuilt kit was like $250 or something like that, and I kept spending $250 for both turbos, but I mean obviously it didn't work. I never, after I changed them twice, I changed the driver's side one twice and it didn't work, so after that I was like, forget about it. And then after that, that's where it sits right there. There's the twin turbo. So obviously, if you're aware, if you know that these 300s are expensive, like the parts for them, but if you take care of them, or maintenance and all that good stuff, I mean they're nice, they're sick, they're really good. But obviously they're expensive. It was too expensive to after I bought the 2 sets of turbos, I mean it was more than probably new ones would have cost. So I just went ahead and called it quits, and that's when I found that one page, the what is it? I can't remember it right now, but I'll post it at the bottom. It's for the sr20 swap and the z32, and that's when I started. Right after I decided that I was gonna go ahead and do the swap, I started on it. Well, I already took everything out of here. The wiring harness was actually hard to take out. It was stuck or something. So at the end, I ended up pulling that as much as I could, and I cut it. And I hate it, but I cut it. I couldn't take it out no other way. Let me put this hip on right quick. Alright. Alright, there we go. So yeah. So as far as I got was that right there. That's as far as I got. Cutting the subframe. And then I don't know if you can tell on the sides, well obviously right there on the sides right there, I cut it a little bit more because I also had a KA, that was basically, it was fresh, the whole thing was good. So I was like, should I do the KA or should I do the SR? So I went ahead and cut it to test fit it with the, having the oil pan in the front and all that stuff. And I would have to cut more right there, and then a little bit there, and I was like, forget about it. But yeah, that's basically as far as I got. That's it. I still got all this other junk, and I wasn't sure what I was gonna need or wasn't going to need. Well, see, here's one of the mounts. I got 4, number 4. These are really good. It's awesome. But yeah, that's basically as far as I got. So I mean, I don't got transmission in there. I don't got nothing in there. I already took it all out. What I am gonna be using is the SR that I had in the 240 that I took out, which is that one. Oh. Whoa. Alright. This one. I got the transmission for it, got everything. But I am gonna do the different transmission. That way hopefully it could just, you know, fly in there, you know, right in there. See? Basically what happened with this engine was I had in the 240 and the red one, and basically I was having like a ton of valve noise, crazy amounts. I'll see if I can find a clip of when I had it in there. I don't know if I took any videos of that, but yep. But it was having crazy. It was like, it sounded like marbles in there. Ended up being that when I bought this engine, it had a spun bearing. I took the block, bearings, you know, everything good, everything new in the bottom. But the head, I didn't. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't have it cleaned. So basically, I ended up putting shavings back into the engine, and it scarred the cams. Actually, still think I have the same cams in here. Can't remember. Yeah, those are the same cams. It's their what are they? Tomei or something. 270, 280, something like that. So basically, this scar there has a lot of little ruts or whatever on it. So what I think I'm gonna go ahead and do is take the cams out. Well, I took it all apart, then I cleaned it all, and then I put it back together again, like for the 4th time, and then it's right here. So after I took it out at 240, took it back apart, cleaned it, cleaned the head, but then that's when I saw that the cams were all, you know, ate up and the caps, and then that's where it sat, and it's been sitting here for, yeah, it's been sitting here for a long time. So yeah, that's it. But well, I have to show you guys if I want to take this off. It still looks good though. Looks clean. We can't see it because right underneath the caps is where it's scarred and crazy in there. Basically, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take off the cams and get like a sketch pad or whatever, and smooth it out a little bit, make sure there's no rough edges, and then call it a day. And I'm just gonna do it like that. I probably should, you know, take it out, blah blah, but the head is scarred and the cams are scarred. But I took it to a shop, like a performance shop, and they said, you know, they, like when they sometimes they do that. Like sometimes they'll scar the heads, like make little grooves in it for better oil or whatever, you know, have oil running in there. So we'll see. But you know, whatever happens to that one, I have another SR over here to put together. Well, that's a K. But I got other SRs. Here's a K block. It's chilling. There's another K block. That one came out of my brother's car. Basically, they used some kind of sealant or something. Something was maybe the head gasket sealant or something, and it clogged everything. It clogged all the passages and overheating. And obviously, they didn't fix it. So now it's this junk until someone decides to fix it. Probably not me. But that's it. Go ahead, get started on this. Oh, and then if the SR does go bad, dang, I miss this car. I only drove it a couple times with the twin turbo because the turbo smoking. It was really bad. It was like a diesel. But then I got another SR over here. Block head, all the little junk. Here's my boot cover for the 240. It's chilling, getting tore up. Huh? Oh well. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this out, and then, you know, all this wiring junk over here too. And well, I gotta put some air on these tires or do something because it's not gonna move. And I'm gonna clean out all this right here. That way I can start getting ready. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is the wiring. I'm gonna try to figure out the wiring, because the wiring I had for the SR, well, I have for the SR, it's that junk right there. That's, I don't even know. The dude had it on a hatch, so I got it, and obviously when I plugged it up it wasn't working, so I had to fix some of the wires on the ECU plug, wherever that's at, somewhere. Oh, this is for the K thing, somewhere in there. And then when I bought a ECU, I didn't notice it was a J4, so I had to redo the pins at the ECU so it would work. So now I'm gonna see if, you know, I can still try to remember or find the wiring diagram I used for that. That way I can, you know, when I wire this junk into this, it'll be easier. But if anything, I'm either gonna buy it's either one of the two. I'm gonna buy the adapter plate for the transmission, or I'm gonna buy a brand new wiring harness. Which, you know, honestly, I'm leaning to the wiring harness because you know, that way for sure we'll know that it's 100% ready to go, you know, and not have to worry about it. But then obviously I need the adapter plate. But yeah, but I'll probably sell this. No, I'm not. I'm gonna keep it. I'll put it in my KA if it messes up. I don't know if I'm gonna use this transmission from the twin turbo one. I'm not sure, 100% sure if there's anything different with that and the NA, which I have over there chilling. I'll probably just use that one. I mean, it's already out. It's there. You know, that way I can, you know, clean it up and stuff, which will be better than this one, because this one's still all attached. And yeah, but hopefully this is not gonna get, you know, it's not gonna get abandoned. You know, we got stuff for that too. But first I'm gonna try to get mine ready, because that's my brother's already. I sold that to my brother, and then it's been sitting there because he got deployed, so it sat there. But yeah, but I get stuff for that. Well, actually, let me see. Oh, so you can see all that junk over here, fittings and manifolds right there. There's a turbo. Basically, well, let me tell you right quick. Basically, what happened with this, I was gonna buy that kit from what is it, Z1 Motorsports, the 500 Sports, I think, or something like that, and it did not work out. So he went ahead and bought some manifolds, and it didn't fit with the OEM turbos. So then he bought these manifolds. What is the Megan Racing or Megan or whatever's, and they didn't work either. They didn't fit. It doesn't. They didn't fit with the OEM turbos. It was hitting the block, which was really weird. So then he bought aftermarket turbos, which doesn't even fit the exhaust manifolds here, and so that was basically, that's where it stopped. That was it. I was like, well, too bad. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, clean it up right quick, and hopefully get this up and separated, and then I'll have to look at it again because some of the ports I didn't tape off, and right here there's a bunch of those little stink bugs or whatever they're called. But hopefully there's nothing. And also just barely got this too when I stopped messing with it. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna sound real nice. But that's about it. It's stock. The whole bottom is stock. OEM everything. Well, not OEM, but yeah, you know. Well, not bearings and stuff, but I'm talking about like rods and, you know, pistons, all that junk. It's all stock. Let me see. The top is, everything is Tomei to me or whatever. Solder lifters. I had a bent valve when I took it apart the second time. No, the third time. And that's when the noise was super bad. So hopefully that noise was that bent valve that was there. But I already switched them. You know, I checked them all. They were good. Regrinded the valves at the bottom. So it should be good, except for the obvious scarring on the caps. But you know how I was told that, you know, just grind it. I mean, just smooth it out, basically like the rough spots, and it should be good. Well, it should be drivable, and that's about it. Let's see. So yeah, that's it. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Well, I gotta clean this place too, because I gotta push it in here, because I mean, it rained and then it stopped raining, and right now it's sunny. So this weather is crazy. I'll go ahead and get started. You know, probably clean this first, push that car out, push that car in. We'll get some air in those tires, or get some of these tires. I mean, there's a ton of tires here, and then hopefully do something, get started. All right, peace out. So I had to switch the tires because the other ones were flat, and you know, I thought it was just flat because, you know, went down or whatever, but they were camber wear, and they were all worn out. So I went and switched them right quick. So I got it in here. I didn't clean out the leaves or anything, which I should have, but I'm gonna take it back out anyways to clean it. But basically, got the car in. I went ahead and lifted the back so I could see, you know, underneath how it looks, and it did end up getting a little bit rusty. You know, some spots, hopefully it's surface rust, but I haven't checked it, you know, completely good. But basically, I've been thinking, and so I have the Z32 transmission. I got the SR with the SR transmission on there already. So maybe what I've been thinking is that I'll probably just go ahead and put the SR20 in with the SR transmission, you know, mock it up and stuff, because I know there's always a lot of people on the forums and stuff asking, you know, can you do with the stock transmission and stuff like that. And it's always, you know, the mounts were made for the Z32 transmission, so you can keep everything from the transmission back stock, and all you literally have to do is put the SR20 in there, and stuff, you know, than your other junk. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the sr20 in there with your transmission. That way I can show you guys how it lines up and stuff, and you know what you would have to do if you do go that route. And if it's not too bad, I might go that way to finish quicker. You know, get this thing driving, because this is sick. These 300ZXs are awesome. Like, the body's awesome, everything's awesome about them. So we'll see. But I'll go ahead and lift it up, put it in here, and I'll show you guys how it fits. And then obviously I already lifted it. Show you guys how it'll be at the bottom. And I'll get back right at it right quick. So it's in. Golly, all this space. I can see a big old turbo right there. There's a ton of space. I mean, this, if you're what, you know, LS is cool too, but you know, this is awesome. I don't know how much room you get with the LS, but this is insane. All this space right here. All right, so it's on the mounts. You know, I just have to trim some on the corners right there. See where it's touching a bit. So I still gotta trim that and then have it welded. Let's see. So if you use a stock sr20 trans, let's check the shifter. For the shifter, it doesn't look too bad. See, it's right there. So if anything, you probably just have to cut just a piece right here, and that should be it. But then when you're switching gears, maybe you'll hit up here. I'm not sure. Yeah, you probably hit for sure up here onto this stuff right here. So, you know, even though if you cut there, you'll still have issues here. And that's it for the shifter. See, well, it's not straight on, but I didn't line it up properly down there because this is a tight fit. You see, so you can see the little. And then for the drive shaft, you'll need a cross member too, obviously. So it doesn't fit. Ooh. Let me hurry up before my battery dies. Okay, so see, it's just off by a bit. So I mean, you could have one made, you know, and that'd work. But then that's more work. You'd probably just find a Z32 trans. And anyways, you know, you should have one if it was manual. And if not, then I'm pretty sure you can find one cheaper than making all this. Here's the 5-speed drive shaft from a KA. And I could put it in. I mean, there's nothing to hold it with right now. So I just measured it. And even if you look, where is it? Here's the end of the drive shaft, and if you look straight up, it's already past the right there where it bolts up to. Probably like 4 or 5 inches, I think, something like that. Rough estimate. So, I mean, I guess you could go with the SR, but honestly, it feels like it'd be more work than anything, because literally I'll put the Z32 stuff back in here and all I would have to do is the bracket and that's it. So I don't know, I guess I could go this way, but it's too much work. I guess it depends on oh man, it sucks doing it on the ground. Well, on the little rolly thing, but still, it's pretty low. I guess it depends on your budget. You know, I guess you could, but like I'm saying, you're still gonna have to make the cross member, and then, you know, cut your drive shaft, re-weld it, or try to find one that's that size. So either way, you're still gonna spend the money you'd buy a transmission and the adapter. But if you can find it cheaply, you know, the transmission, if you're going from auto to manual or whatever, then that's your best bet. But I think, because unless you're making it yourself, you know, you make stuff or whatever, then obviously that'd be cheap. But if not, then the best bet is just swapping it over. Like I said, I already have the stuff over here, well, the trans, but I'm still debating if I should get the wiring harness first and figure out the wiring and stuff first, you know, how I'm gonna route it, and, you know, if I'm gonna tuck it or not, or, you know, get the adapter plate. But the adapter plate is what, bolt on, you know, ship it out, get it back, and bolt it on. So that's not too hard. So I'll probably get the wiring first and you know, set it up, see how I'm gonna route it. And if anything, I'll probably just make my own if it's too much different. But I don't think so. I think the only thing you had to switch like a couple things here, or it was inside. I'm not sure. I have to look it up again. It's been a long time, and a very long time. So yeah, but I guess that'll be it for now. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this out. Hopefully I'll get to clean this. But bear with me on this. I'm the type of person that does the things first, like put the engine in and, you know, put everything in there. And once it's all nice and exactly how I want, then I'll take everything back out and pressure wash it or paint it or whatever. Because I think it's a little bit pointless if you know, paint the bay and do all this crazy stuff, and next thing you know, you're like, oh well, I should have done this or I should have done that. And knowing me, I'm gonna be like that, so I'm gonna just wait till the end for that, because that'd be way too much work. But yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this back out, clean out the bay. I'm gonna take everything. I'm gonna take all this junk out. Well, I could probably use this, but I'm gonna take it off. Go ahead and take that cow, whatever it's called, clean it out, because I know there's a hole right there. A ton of bees and junk came out of there a bit ago, so clean that out for sure. But yeah, but like I've said, best bet, just go with the Z32 trans. Easier, way easier, unless you got money and you want the SR trans, even though it sucks. Well, it's weaker. But yeah, but alright, peace out, guys. But yeah, but alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this, but my battery's about to die, so I'm gonna just, you know, get it out right quick. Or maybe I'll just go with the KA. Just kidding, I don't know. Undecisive. Well, it makes sense. It's in here already. I'll probably just go ahead and take off the cams and stuff, and take a video of that, show you guys what the damage was. Because I mean, the engine holder thingy is with that block, so easiest thing will be here. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys, and if you like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think. And that's about it. My battery's about to die. Peace out.